Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the second half of my week number 43 of 2024. That is from Thursday the 24th of October to the 27th, being the Sunday. Um, and yeah, so it's been alright. Let's see, I'm just looking at my little calendar. Right, so yeah, following the meal plans, the breakfast. This breakfast was a lot better than Wednesday's breakfast. Well, not yesterday, but according to if I'm living from Thursday, which I'm in the mindset of Thursday right now, then yes, um, it is a lot better than Wednesday's breakfast. See, Wednesday I had something like, I think it was 3 to 4 eggs scrambled, but I also added about 180 grams of egg whites to that motherfucker, and that was quite not nice, really. Um, then on top of that, I think it was just 4 slices of bread with I think some onions, but that didn't really save it. It was pretty grim, but we got through it. It hit the macros. But yeah, on the Thursday, I had 5 slices of bread. Bear in mind, this is a fucking weight loss diet. I'm actually trying to cut a bit of fat. I don't have much fat, but I'm just doing it for experimental purposes. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been with my physique at the moment, but I'm just playing around with macros and diets so I can experience it from a first hand and advise people from a more clued up position. Um, it could actually be unhealthy to lose fat at my current position, or it's definitely counterproductive because I'm in a spot where I'm probably good to bulk up or do a lean bulk, but I want to cut more fat, which doesn't make sense, but we're doing it for science. Um, but yeah, so on the Thursday morning, I had a 5 slices of toast. On top of the toast was spread 0% fat cottage cheese. On top of that was about one spread evenly across all the slices of toast was in total one medium onion, which I chopped up, fried, not fried, but put on a pan. I guess fried, but yeah, put on a pan, spread them over, and then the main event, 5 boiled eggs, which I soft boiled them all, and then I sliced them on nice and evenly to all 5 slices of bread. That was a big breakfast, let me tell you now. It took about, from getting all the pans out at the very beginning to cleaning up at the end after eating, it was about an hour. So I was like, this is not sustainable. Making a breakfast this big and this diverse is not sustainable. And it wasn't, yeah, it was, I would go as far to say it was actually quite tasty. But it's not sustainable. I can't spend an hour every fucking morning for breakfast. It's too much. That adds up to so much time. Um, so, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Um, Obviously you can meal prep, but I'm not really sure about if I was to meal prep breakfast, I'm not sure what the fuck it would be. But maybe I can just, that was my first time doing that dish, so maybe I could just speed up and get quicker at that. But yeah, that was an interesting breakfast. Quite hard to finish the last slice, but we did it. And then went off to work. 11:30, had to ride the bike because I was going to be late. And yeah, got in, and it was actually quite a nice day. On the Wednesday, it was fucking packed. We weren't expecting it. We got rammed with loads of customers last minute. And today, Thursday, was much nicer and more manageable. I don't really have much to comment on the Thursday. It was just a decent shift of work. Oh yeah, I met this new girl at there, and no, it's not like that. But she's not even my type, to be honest. But that's what I thought about the fucking last one. Oh my god. But no, I mean, I tell you what, she had a fucking mark around her eye, and I was like, oh, I have a mark around my eye right now as well. So I was like, I said it. If you tell me how you got yours, I'll tell you how I got mine. and she said boxing, and I just didn't believe her because she's really small and skinny. And I was like, dude, this girl weighs about 45 kilos. I could like bicep curl this girl. There's no way she boxes. But I wanted to believe her because the alternative is pretty dark and sad. So I was like, oh, cool, you go for it. But then later on, like an hour after that conversation, she just said, my boyfriend beat the shit out of me yesterday. And I was like, whoa. Yo, what the fuck? Imagine just meeting someone and they drop that on you. And I'm not saying like, oh my god, why did you tell me that? Like, I guess it's good that she felt comfortable to share that with me. But then I was like, oh. In my head, I was like blowing up. I was like, how the fuck do I handle the situation? I don't think I've been here before. New territory. And I just said, you okay? Are you going to see him again? I don't think you should. But then obviously they were living together. This all happened like literally last night. The night on the Wednesday night, and they broke up. She left, and she said, "Oh, I deserved it though." And I was like, "What?" And she was like smiling while she was saying this. And I said to her, "Don't smile. This is not a joke. This is not funny. Did this actually happen?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, don't smile." And then she's like, "Oh no, but I deserved it though." I was like, "Look, there's no excuse for that person to be hitting you like this, to leave a mark as well." And she said that she was curling up on the floor and he was trying to stomp on her head. And I was like, that's just not acceptable. Don't go back to his house alone. If you're going to get your stuff, go with someone, get it, and get out. Don't text this motherfucker again. That was my advice. And I don't really want to get involved anymore with it, so I'm not going to ask her again. I asked her, well, I came in again on the Friday, and I asked her how it was, and she said it was fine. She said she got her stuff, so I was like, great, cool. I'm not going to ask her again, because I'm not trying to be involved in that shit. But yeah. Yeah, that was a bit of a fucking bomb to be dropped. I was like, yo, what? Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, my boyfriend beat the fuck out of me yesterday. Yo. Hopefully I don't go there again. But, yeah, so after work, got home, had meal 2, which was the spaghetti bolognese. I have included that in the meal plan, but I probably have not included all of the things that go inside, because things like vegetable stock is not even on the app, but I need to add it myself. And then of course the mixed vegetables, which is impossible to get precisely. When something's made in a big pot and then spread in lots of different containers, it's really hard to guess the weight of the mixed vegetables. So I've come up with a solution to this, and I'll share that with you shortly. It's very clever, actually. But yeah, so again, this is attempt number 2 of trying to track meals and macros precisely, and we've definitely made improvements, but there's still more tightening to be done. So had the food, had my creatine, and then had some time in between that and going to the gym. I didn't put anything in the middle, so I'm not sure what I did. Probably didn't just play games and do nothing. I know for a fact I didn't. I haven't played hardly any games this week, or 0 outside of Minecraft. And I will admit I have been doing a little bit of Minecraft outside of like the normal recording, but not much. And to be honest, I think I'm going to stop that now, because I found myself today. I was going to go on it, and I was like, you know what? I don't actually feel like it, and that has never happened in the last 10 months, almost 11 months. That's never happened. And as soon as I start going on it, when it's not like a special, like, not, I don't, special occasion isn't the right word, but every time I went on it before recently, it was because I had to talk over one of these videos. I exclusively played when I was making these videos. Exclusively. Not one time I'd go on outside. And now I've broken that. Now I'm getting bored. I'm like, okay, I should probably go back to the videos. But at the same time, I really want to finish this cathedral, but I ended up getting really annoyed at the little maths in the little mini blocks. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and I can't wait to see what it's like in the end. It's getting a little bit overwhelming now, because I realise I started like fucking almost 3 months ago on this church, and it's, yeah, I mean, the chisel and bits mod, it just adds so much detail to be done, and yeah, I guess the better I get with it, the more I realise I can do, and then the longer it takes me because I keep getting more ideas whilst doing it. That's happened several times. But it's very exciting, and to see this at the end is going to be really cool. I wish I could just go into the future and see it now. But keep pushing on, and yeah, it's all for my boy. I'm making this in memory of my friend, and his anniversary of death is actually coming up really soon. It's only been 1 year, and I don't know if it feels like not a year or way longer, but yeah, that's yes, it's just crazy. But yeah. Oh wait, no, I've got here. No, so that was the Friday. Yeah, so the Thursday, haven't written anything down, but did the workout and it was all good. And oh yeah, I think I bumped into a friend. I bumped into a friend on Thursday, um, an old school friend at the gym, and yeah, he was super nice. Complimented me a few times. I was like, oh, it's nice when you know you've been working at the gym and then people notice. So yeah, so of course it boosts your ego a little bit. Not that my ego needs any more boosting. The girl actually said that at the restaurant, the one that unfortunately had a rather physical ex-boyfriend. She said that my ego was big. And I said, where'd you get that idea? But yeah, I made some, I guess, brash comments about myself every now and then, and she probably picks up on it. But I think they like it. But there's a very fine line between looking like a dickhead and playing it cool. Maybe I'm crossing the line. Who knows? Yeah. So yes. Did I have food afterwards? I didn't write anything down. I must have. I just didn't write it down. I think I had yeah, more of the rice and cream chicken, which is beautiful, by the way. But I can barely use any cream without going over my fat macros, which is pretty gay. But yeah, it's a work in progress. We're still finding out things that work. Went to sleep. My sleep hasn't been great, but oversleeping wasn't really a problem this week. Except Saturday, but that's because I was up really late on Friday working, so I suppose that's excusable. Um, yeah, you know what? The sleep's got better um, from last week. The week before was really good. I was waking up earlier pretty much every day. Week 41, but now on week 43, it's halfway there. And I saw a meme saying basically all of my problems revolve around not being able to go to sleep or wake up on time, which is very true. Anyway, woke up. By this point, I said, look, I can't do the fucking meal plans right now. I had my porridge and Nutella breakfast, which is good. You know, I've been having it for many years, and I'm doing okay. But macro-wise, it's much too high in fat and much too low in protein. And I haven't actually had a meal plan breakfast before training yet. Maybe I should try that and see how I feel. But before going back to this shit. But yeah, so for the Friday I just had the porridge. I don't know why I'm saying but like all of a sudden loads of times. That's a really annoying habit. I'm gonna stop immediately. I'm just gonna do I'm just gonna do more pauses now instead of saying and but I've just pissed myself off. Anyway, if I pause, I'm still here. I'm just thinking about what to say next. So the 200 grams of porridge Nutella. That's 200 grams of oats, not 200 grams of Nutella. That's 200 grams of oats with a lot of milk and a few tablespoons of Nutella. To be honest, tablespoons, not teaspoons. Had that, went to the open mat, got on the train, all was good, and yeah, had a good session. Energy 4 out of 5, performance in rolling 3.5 out of 5. Again, I'd agree with that. And this was perfect. I was also asked if I could do a strength and conditioning session at 1 o'clock, which was fantastic. Last week it was 3 o'clock, which was a little bit gay. I had to wait around, not last week, but earlier this week, I had to wait around a lot to do a 3 o'clock session, which of course I'm grateful to have the opportunity, but I lost a few hours just waiting around for that. But this was great. You know, got in the shower after jiu-jitsu training, had a coffee with my mates for about 40 minutes, and then went on to do the strength and conditioning session. It was fucking fantastic. And yeah, the session itself was all good. There was a few movements where I was like, what the hell is this? Like, there was this one machine we put on, like this little crown we put on our head, and then that was attached to a little band, and you turned your neck, but I didn't really feel anything. But he said, yeah, it's great. I was like, okay, I'll just do it. Had a lot of, I just said, what am I going to do to punish myself? I'm going to buy an electric dog collar on eBay. On the way back, I had a lot of shit with the train. On the way there, I actually forgot my wallet, but that's fine because I have Apple Pay. And Apple Pay worked for the first barrier, but then for some reason, to get onto the DLR, the Docklands Light Railway, it failed. I don't know what, it's done this before when I lost my wallet a few month ago now, which was a massive pain in the arse. When I lost that wallet, I had to use Apple Pay, and for some reason on the fucking same DLR thing it would always fail, and then after it failed, it would not let me use any trains for 24 hours, and then it would charge me £10. It was super gay. That was shit. So I was hiding from the inspector, and finally got to training on time. I didn't know, I was actually a little bit late to be honest, but hiding from the inspector, and then, oh fuck, I just said again, I say it a lot, shit. Hiding from the inspector, got to the training without a problem, but then I knew the way back was going to be an issue. I was hoping that my credit card on Apple Pay would work, but it didn't. So yeah, the DLR completely shut down my phone for payment for some fucking reason. I could still pay for coffee and other things, just not the trains. So they need to sort that bug out. It's pretty annoying. So yeah, got back to training after training. Sorry. Now I'm constantly thinking not to say and ah. It's messing up my fucking train of thought. It's alright. We've got lots of time to work on this skill. So after the strength and conditioning, I made my way home. Unfortunately, there was lots of. I always say you can rely on the TfL, the Transport for London. You can rely on them because people can say they're unreliable. You can rely on them to be late, and of course this happened. They were fucking late. They were delayed. They were cancelled, and the longer you're fucking waiting on a platform, the more people stack up to wait to get on the same train. The more people that have stacked up on the fucking platforms before you, so the train arrives, it's fucking jacked with people, then you add to the fucking, it's like a human sausage. Yeah? You're the filling, the train is the intestines, it's gross. Luckily, I've spent probably close to 1,000 hours on the train. Holy shit, yeah. Close to 1,000 hours, probably more, on the trains. And I know the places to stand where you can have a little bit of space and some comfort to lean, and hopefully a place to breathe without anyone sniffing your hair or something. And I found my spot and I had a little chill time. And yeah, someone actually at training said I looked like this guy on a Netflix show, and I was like, I haven't watched it, but I looked up the trailer. I was like, man, this guy is pretty fucking good looking. So that was my compliment of the day. I was like, oh shit. I've now started watching that. It's called Monsters. It's about the Mendes brothers, so I've just started watching that. That's what I'm going to be watching on the train. I mean, I've tried many times throughout my career of transporting in around London to be productive on the trains, and it's just, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a losing battle, but it's very difficult. So again, I find, because it's either I try and be productive, or I'll just not go on my phone, which can be good. Sometimes it's good to be in the moment and look around and be mindful. But also, you know, I don't really watch that much. I don't really watch that many shows. The big exception recently being The Boys, which I completed in 2 weeks. And I told myself I wasn't going to start anything else again because it was too much of a distraction. But whilst I'm on the train, you know, I don't see any harm in starting a show on the train that you exclusively watch on the train. Because I've tried reading on the train, yeah. And There's just too much going on the train. There's too much. It's the Transport for London trains are too dangerous to have your fucking nose in a book. Then again, you just got your nose watching a show, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm making excuses, motherfuckers. Jeez. So yeah, I'm going to watch the monsters on the trains. I'll still do my game of chess every day on the train. But I haven't been taking the train every day for 2 weeks. It's been about... I've probably taken the train a total of 5 times over the last 2 weeks, which is way less than usual. But that's the way it's going. And I'm not mad at it, to be honest. But then next week, on the upcoming week, which is what, that's 44, week number 44, it looks like I'm going to be taking it a lot more. So yeah, not mad at that. Should be good. So more watching Netflix, more playing chess, more training jiu-jitsu. And yeah, who knows what happens. Maybe I'll get stabbed on the train. Then that'll be the end of these videos. You'll have to just re-watch the old ones, because I can't make any new ones when I'm dead, can I? Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, so, gonna watch the monsters on the train. Why did I say that? Yeah, someone said I look like the guy. So yeah, Friday, after I got back from the training, from the shit trains, all these train issues, I did a genius social manipulation. There's this lovely lady at my home station. She's got like special needs, and I just went up to her. I said, "Look, I came in on my phone," which actually is a half truth. So I came in on my phone, and now it's run out of charge. Could you please let me through, and I'll come with my Oyster card next time. And she was like, "Okay, just this once." She's sort of like one of those people that like stares into the sky when she speaks to you, and then like speaks really loudly. Oh, bless her. Anyway, got through, success, ran home on my bike really quickly, and had my spaghetti bolognese, had my creatine, and got straight to work. I think I was about 2 minutes late, but I couldn't even wash up. I said to my dad's girlfriend, "I'm sorry I couldn't wash up. I was in such a rush." She's like, "No beef." So yeah, the Friday was a pretty chill shift. I was given a small corner of the restaurant to manage, and look, I'm not going to make any excuses, yeah. I mean, I don't really have to, except for one thing. One table, I had like a little retirement party, which I did a pretty good job with. There was not really any issues. Just, I could still work on being more knowledgeable about the menu. Because for some reason, I just got so... I've been getting really unlucky with all of my customers. I've always got a really detailed, in-depth question regarding the menu. I've never had that in any other restaurant I've been. People have just been like, "Yeah, I'll have that." And I'm like, "Good. I'll write it down. Easy." But now, like, probably more than half the time I have fucking customers, they go, "Oh, I just wanted to ask about the, pistachio souffle. What temperature does it reach in the microwave?" I'm like, "Look, shut up. Just order. Do you want it or not? Okay? Fucking don't. Why don't? Fuck's sake." So yeah, everyone is asking a lot of questions, and I don't know the fucking answers. So yeah, it's a problem, but we're working on it. And yeah, I've already expressed my annoyances about the wines and the drinking lists. As a non-drinker, it's very tricky for me to grapple with the massive, diverse list, which isn't even in English, can I mention, which makes it a lot harder as well. But yeah, whatever, fuck it. We will get there, we will learn. I need to become an asset to this restaurant and be useful, because Friday was okay, I did alright. There was one table in the end where I kind of forgot about, because I can hear planes overhead. I forgot to mention, by the way, on the first half, dude, that sounds like a military plane. That's not a commercial plane. I can hear it whistling and soaring. Wonder if the mic can pick it up. But I didn't mention this, but I think it was on the Tuesday or something. No, it would have been Wednesday. Or maybe it was Monday. Doesn't matter. I looked up in the sky, and I saw a chain of about 9 planes, like I think higher than commercial height. In the night, they all had their in synchronization blinking lights on. There was literally a chain of these planes following each other, pretty close, and I was like, we're being invaded. I texted my dad. I was like, yo, I just saw 9 planes back to back, flying really close to each other. If we're being invaded, I'll meet you at Nan's house. But luckily we weren't invaded. I don't know what the fuck that was. Maybe it was a secret mission that I'm the only one who clocked onto it. So, if the FBI are watching this, or the MI5, I want money to be quiet about it. Otherwise I'm going to tell everyone. Yeah, so, where am I? Friday. Yeah, oh fucking hell. There was that table in the corner, and the big table I managed alright. They left, they paid, no tip though, little motherfuckers. I'm starting to get that now, like, motherfuckers didn't tip after all that. But it's pretty shit attitude, because there is service charge too. And actually I do tip. It's like half and half I tip. But, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. You can't be acting tired like that, because whenever I see it online, it annoys me. Americans are so bad for that. They will, like, spit in your food if you don't tip. But yeah, there was one table in the corner, which I've been trying to talk about for about 3 fucking minutes, but I keep distracting myself. And, yeah, I forgot about them. So, yeah, that's the problem there. And there's not really an excuse about that. But here's my excuse. Following up, saying there's no excuse. Is people keep fucking serving my table because they know that I'm training. So, here's my theory, alright? Subconsciously, I know that they're going to be served, so I just walk away. Like, if I knew that no one was going to talk to my table, I feel like I'd be more on it. But because I've been shown time, because even when I'm super focused on the tables, I will see, like, alright, they're almost finished their food. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go to them and take their plates away. But then, 3 minutes later, fucking Catherine has taken the plates off. Which is supposed to be like a don't do that to other waiters in their section. Because you want to be as consistent as possible with always being served by the same person. Otherwise, when it comes to the end of the bill and they tip, it's like, who the fuck do we give this to? Because it's been like 50-50. You're not going to rip a fucking £5 note in half, are you? So, yeah, it fucking annoys me why people keep stepping in on my tables even when I haven't left. If I've left it like 15 minutes, I get it. But I wish they would just leave it a little bit more time, because it's one of the restaurants where obviously you don't want to take ages, but you want to take your time. It's a nice restaurant. It's an experience. You're with your friend that you're catching up with, maybe. Take your time. There's no rush. If you rush them, they'll feel like it's rude. If you're finished and they immediately take the plate off your table, it's a little bit rude. Anyway, that's why I feel like I'm forgetting about these motherfuckers, because in my head I'm like, oh yeah, someone else will just get it. But it's not good. But yeah, Friday I felt a little bit shit, because I was like, man, I haven't done a very good job today. So I'm going to try and be more on it. Maybe I'll take some modafinil on my next shift. I actually took some modafinil today. I'll tell you about that when it gets to the order. But yeah, fuck. Man, I want to try meth so bad. Anyway, Friday done. Finished at like basically midnight. And yeah, it was an alright shift. As I said, I did a little bit shit, but the manager, he either didn't notice or he's too nice to say. Woke up on the Saturday around 10, had my porridge and Nutella. What the hell did I do on Saturday? I literally haven't got any fucking notes here. Oh yeah, I remember now. Oh yeah, Saturday was a little bit of a shit day, to be honest. So I didn't go to the open mat on the Saturday, because I actually met the owner of the open mat that I usually go to in the restaurant on the Friday when I was working, and he said, I'm not going because my knee's fucked. I was like, if he's not going, then maybe I won't go. And lo and behold, I didn't fall asleep till like 2:30, so when I woke up I was like, I'm not fucking going. So yeah, woke up, had my porridge, my Nutella. We all have these little buzzers in our pocket that the kitchen can push a button and tell us to come into the kitchen, which is a pretty normal thing. I accidentally walked home with mine, and I was like, oh fuck. So I said in the chat like, yo, I'm gonna come back with it tomorrow because the restaurant's just around the corner from me. So I made it my little morning thing to walk. Got dressed, walked to the restaurant to give it in. I was like, whilst I'm here, I'm like, fuck it, I'll have a coffee. And I even brought one of my cigarellos. I said, I'm going to smoke a cigarello outside, have a coffee, and then hit the gym, powered by caffeine and tobacco. I haven't actually gone into a workout with that duo before, and I was sort of excited to see how it was. So, coffee. Whilst I was having the coffee, I actually saw one of the regulars in there that he's always nice. We always have a nice chat when he comes in. And now I'm a customer, I can chat as much as I want. Usually when I'm working there, I can only chat for 5 minutes, then I've got to go and do something. But we had probably like a fucking 40-minute chat. Just about, I mean, to be honest, he was talking a lot more about himself. And yeah, I was a little bit, I was dozing off a little bit. But I need to be better at that because I noticed that with a lot of my friends that at least I enjoy talking to, and they are my friends, I realised that if there was a pie chart, that when I spoke about me and when they spoke about them, I would be well over 50%. And that's a bad thing. I've said this to my good friends, and I was like, look, I'm always talking about me, this is shit. But they're like, no, it's not a problem. And I'm being more mindful about it, I'm asking them more about themselves. But there's only two people that come to mind, and I'm very lucky to have these people. Because I remember let me just continue on the same trail here. I have brought this up with both of them, and they said it's not a problem. And then sometimes when I feel myself going off on the trail, I'd be like, fucking hell, sorry, how was your day? And they say, no, don't worry, I want to hear about it. So, yeah, it's really, I'm very blessed, but it does feel like, fucking hell, man, it's not all about me. These people have things going on as well they probably want to talk about. But I don't know, maybe I have a way of presenting things that are entertaining. I don't know, that sounds like a really arsey thing to say. But it's the only kind of explanation I can give at the moment because I feel like it's a problem, but my friends are telling me that it's not a problem. Well, I suppose that's why they're my friends. But when I speak to other people, like colleagues, for example, or people that I don't know as well, even if I'm saying something that isn't really, like, it's not even something that I want to talk about per se, but it's just something that I'm speaking about, like, I don't know, something important about the restaurant, and they'll interrupt me. I'm like, yeah, I don't like you. Like, yo, I'm trying to communicate something to you, you keep interrupting me. Or this guy, which, not to segue onto him and infer that I don't like him, because that's not the case at all. I think he's a cool guy. But this guy was talking a lot about himself and his skill set, which is like in the trades like plastering and plumbing, etc. He was talking a lot about it, and to be honest, I didn't really care. But I was practicing, like listening to other people and asking more questions, making them feel smarter, and making them want to talk. So he either just likes talking, and I didn't achieve anything, or I made him enjoy the conversation by asking more and more of the questions that I knew that he knew the answers to, and that he was very excited to give the answers to. He was like, oh yeah, I know, like a little kid in class. Oh, I know this one, I can give the answer. I'm so smart. But yeah, I had the conversation with him, and eventually I noticed after like a 30-minute mark, I sort of managed to turn him off from the plastering and building shit, and more about his son and all that. And that I was actually genuinely enjoying that part of the conversation. And then he started to ask about me. I was like, oh great, this has been fun. But then another builder came and sat down. I was like, you know what, gents, I'll leave you to it. Had a second coffee for free, and took my cigarello and went outside and smoked it alone. And it was actually quite a nice one. I didn't feel any particular buzz, just the taste, and the smell of it does actually cling to you. That's the one thing I'm not really thrilled about. So I had that, and had my water, and went home, changed into my gym clothes, and went to the gym. Skipping, did a bit of bag work, felt good. Well, actually, I didn't. When I started hitting the bag, I was like, man, I feel like sad. I don't really know how else to say it. I'm not sure if it was the nicotine or something, but like my brain just feels very pessimistic and sad for not really any particular reason. Like the last few months, I've been pretty sad over a certain somebody, and you know when you're sad over somebody, you know why you're sad. But this time it was a little bit different. I felt just sad, and I was like, am I sad about her right now? I'm like, well, yeah, in general, yes, but not right now. Right now, I'm just sad. I'm like, that's kind of weird. But let's carry on anyway, because I'm not a bitch. So I carried on hitting the bag, and then I was like, fucking hell, I stink. So I've took a really good care of myself this morning, but it was like, as I started to sweat, I felt like the smell of the nicotine was like coming off me in sweat, and it fucking stank. To be honest, I smelled like a builder on a train. I thought this is exactly the smell that builders have, and that would make a lot of sense. They're doing lots of active work. Most of them smoke. I smell exactly like that right now. I didn't realise that was the combination of how the smell was created, but I discovered that on Saturday. And yeah, that didn't help towards my brain feeling good. I'm like, fucking hell, I stink. When this person walks past, I'm going to think, fucking hell. But yeah, so I couldn't actually do resistance training on the Friday because I had jiu-jitsu training and strength and conditioning, and then the rest of the day was filled with work. So I took some exercises from both workouts and smashed them in one. I originally planned to do both, but as I said, I was just feeling a bit shit, and yeah, it was the first time I wasn't really thrilled to be in the gym. For the last 2 weeks, I've been going 6 days a week without an issue. This is my third week, and actually no, the first week I also did 5 days. No, I didn't. No, I know. I went on the Sunday instead, but this time I was like, I should do a rest day, so I'm going to squish it into one day and then chill on Sunday. So, squish the workouts into one. I did skip some movements, but yeah, in the end it was all right. Went home a little. I went home to have my creatine, and then I have no more records of the rest of the day. But I'm pretty sure I did some stuff on the computer. I started planning the rest of next week. I watched The Covenant by Guy Ritchie. It's a really good movie, actually. Would recommend. And yeah, I think I had a spag bowl or something. Oh no, I had chicken and rice. Oh yeah, and when I got in, I just remember talking to my dad and his girlfriend, and I was just fucking. I felt like I was gonna snap at any moment, like continuing on from my mood at the gym. I just felt like, like really low. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone right now. And they had a few drinks by this point, and they kept asking me questions and telling me how to cook, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my shit in a moment. And I think my dad saw it a little bit, and they just left. So thank God for that. Had to inject the dog as well on Saturday for insulin. So that always sucks, but she's alright. And yeah, watched The Covenant. Tried to do some organising with diets and stuff. Because I've now ended the diet again. So this week I gave it a good crack, but I wasn't meal prepping. I was making the meals when I needed them, which just took so much time. But here's my solution now. I'm going to do 2 days a week where I prep the meals. Probably on Wednesday and Sunday, just like I record these videos. And I'm going to number the containers. And I used to say, alright, I want to have the ingredients for every 2 meals ahead of me. I want to be ready for every 2 meals ahead of me, which is just not enough. So I'm going to do the whole week, which might be a little bit depressing knowing exactly what you're going to eat for the whole week, no surprises. I'm going to do the whole fucking week, and that way I can, well, I guess at least half week, but I'm probably going to plan the entire week at once, but then cook every meal for that half of the week at once in either the Wednesday or the Sunday. And I'm going to number the containers. I might still cook breakfast from scratch. We'll see if I can do it quickly. So I'm going to buy a bunch of new containers, I'm going to put numbers on them, and I'm going to have a spreadsheet, or probably just the numbers will just be in order. So lunchtime Monday will be 1, dinner time Monday will be 2, lunchtime Tuesday will be 3, and you get the gist. I won't be putting breakfast in the containers to start with, but if I need to, then I will. The reason why is because when I'm making them, I'll need to weigh the food. Weigh literally, because sometimes I'll have the same food, like, I don't know, chicken and rice, and each meal might need slightly different portions of chicken and rice. So I need that order to be correct if I'm going to do this properly, which I intend on doing. So yeah, that's my little solution to that problem, and I don't see why it would fail. So yeah, all good. I guess in a lot of my problems are because of lack of preparation and lack of organisation. So I think I've started to work on that. You know, I've tried to come up with different solutions for it slowly, and so far I've found some things that I'm going to keep on doing, like my daily log. And I've had lots of different takes on it, and I've started doing this since August, and you can see as you flick through over time how it's evolved and how I've changed things about it. So yeah, I think it's good. You know, we are continuing to work on improvement. Improvement is slow, but it is improvement. The beginning of this month, I was very excited to organise every 30-minute cell of my week, which did actually work pretty well for the first week, but then the following weeks it sort of failed. Now I'm sort of doing a hybrid version of that, where all of my creatine, which is at the same time every day, all of my training sessions and my work shifts and stuff like that is all in there, and I'm working around that. And of course, in between and around those things, allow for a little bit of spontaneity, but I still intend on being as efficient as possible, and I'm not trying to just fill those empty spots with gaming, because I'm 22 and it's time to fucking do something. Today I guess I'll talk about Sunday now. I went to bed pretty late on Saturday, like 2ish. The clocks went back though, so I had an extra hour of sleep. I had one of my old waiter writing pads, and I've started using that for doing notes today. So I took a modafinil at like 9:30 in the morning. That's quite late for modafinil, so hopefully I can go to sleep tonight. Had that and had my pancakes, and after I finished the pancakes, I felt great. I emptied the dishwasher, because I was washing the stuff that I made the pancakes with, but nobody had emptied the dishwasher yet from last night. I was like, yeah, I'll happily do that. I was emptying the dishwasher. I loaded the dishwasher with my stuff. Then I went upstairs. I had some dirty clothes. Took those into the dirty clothes bin. I was doing all this stuff. Felt great. And modafinil was fantastic. It's my first time taking it in a month. I remember last month I took it and I couldn't fall asleep until 5 a.m. So that maybe suggests that my dosage was too high. But if I had like a graph with the effects I feel along with the time, it sort of shoots up in the first hour, kind of stays on a high flat line for maybe an hour, and then gradually goes down. And then, I mean, to be honest, after about 12 hours, I feel no productivity focus benefit. Focus is definitely the wrong word. Feel no productivity benefit, but I still can't sleep. But I'm hopeful for tonight, because I feel quite tired, so should be all good. So focus is definitely the wrong word. I think modafinil is great because it removes the procrastination. That doesn't necessarily mean you'll focus though. So if I think about washing the dishes, I will already be getting up to do it. But yeah, that's like I could be working on something, and then all of a sudden I need to wash the dishes, so I'll stop working on something to go and wash the dishes. So yeah, I'm being productive, but I'm not sticking to anything. And the one thing I know, I laughed to myself about it today. I went on a walk today, and I realised that almost every time I take modafinil, I usually go on a walk. And I don't ever do walks usually. It's very rare that I go on a walk on my own. Very rare. But every time I take modafinil, I do that. Because I'm just sitting, I'm like, it's a nice day outside, it'd be nice to get some fresh air. I've got a little bit of a headache staying inside, maybe I should go on a walk. And then as soon as you have a thought like that, on modafinil, you're already tying up your shoelaces to go outside. And, yeah, I end up always doing that. And that's why modafinil is one of the most dangerous things to take if you're sad over a girl, because you'll text that bitch. It's not a good thing to take when you're sad over somebody. Oh, fuck. Done that before, motherfuckers. To be honest, I probably would have texted her anyway, because I was a sad boy. Actually, I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah. So, I think that's it, really. So the Sunday was good. It's the end of Sunday now. I had my list of things. What was the list? Let me read it out. So it was PT course, and then more specifically, outline the work. So I opened up the email, read it, and it's very impressive. I think, the person that I'm emailing that's in this personal training company, oh my god, almost 50 minutes, what the fuck? The person that I'm dealing with here, she should really be in politics, because I sent her some questions and she managed to type a pretty big reply, but she failed to address almost every single question I asked her. So she sent me a bunch of bullshit, and I tried my best to extract what I could from that shit message, and that's what I did. That was my little job for that. So I crossed that off. So now I've got some PT related stuff to do tomorrow. Quite a busy day tomorrow. Quite a busy week already. Radix is the cryptocurrency I'm holding at the moment. I've been holding it for over a year. It's fucking gone down so much, but I'm just holding it. I'm staking it, and I probably won't sell it for a lot. I'll never sell it in a loss. So put it that way. I put about £1,000 in it, and it's now worth about 300 quid. But I'm staking it, so I'm earning a little bit on it. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. At one point, I was earning about £20 a month on it, but it's probably way less than that now. In staking rewards, which is like dividends. However, the Radix technology has it has a Chrome extension that pairs to a phone app. So those two need to be communicating with each other for you to have access to it. And my old phone won't turn on, and so I tried to log in with my new phone, but it's asking for a 24-word seed phrase, and I only have a 12-word seed phrase. So I'm contacting the devs to try and get it back, and I'm halfway through that too. So I started it and almost got scammed. Actually, there's a very good scam. Someone looked super legit, and but then when he said I need your seed phrases, I was like, yo, that's not good. But yeah, Radix wallet underway. Sent them an email, so yeah, we'll see. I write down my monthly ins and out, my monthly starts and closes of my bank account, and I get my statement every 6th or 7th of the month, and I still haven't done mine in October, so I did it today. It doesn't take me long at all, and I'm actually up. Well, I was going to be up by a long shot anyway, because my car insurance got refunded from the dates of 6th to the 7th. So it's gone up £1,000, but even if you don't take that into account, I would have gone up anyway, which is great. That's my first month in the green since coming back from travelling, which made me quite happy. Then I wanted to brainstorm some content, which I did do. I want to make content as soon as possible, but I just feel like I'm not going to add anything new that hasn't been said already. But then I heard something that was said, man, don't worry, just say it anyway. It was much more in depth than that, but this video is way too long to fucking talk about that. Organised meals for a week, and I intended to start that and finish that today, but I realised that I need to go into the shops and add these foods. As I'm in the UK and this app that I'm using is American, I need to add these foods and all of their macronutrient values from scratch, because none of the stuff that I use is on their database, so I need to add it myself. So once I've done that, I can complete the meals, so I should be able to do that easily in the next 2 days. And then by Wednesday, I'll be making the food for Thursday to eat and actually follow the plan. Get Saturday off. I realised that I had Saturday on. I have plans with my sister and her boyfriend, the same two I went travelling with. But unfortunately, it does not look like it's going to happen. It's really annoying because I thought, why am I reading this out? This is modafinil. This does not matter. I just saw the note. I was like, oh, let's read it out. What the fuck? So yeah, I wrote a fucking to-do list, and I did most of it, and I've pushed some of it to tomorrow. But I've done at least half or all of these tasks. So today has been semi-productive. I went on a walk, like I already said. I've put the note in the bin now. I'm not fucking reading it. It's ridiculous. Went on a walk, went into the restaurant that my sister works at, said hi, had a coffee. Felt like I was a little bit in the way though. She said, no, you're not, but I just felt like I was in the way. There's actually this really fit waitress, actually. But she's engaged, but she was flirting with me. Oh my god, this is so bad. I could probably take her to bed, but I would never do that to someone that's engaged. It's just so fucked up, but I probably could. And it gets me a little bit gassed that I feel like I definitely could, but it's fucked up. It's fucked up that she's even given me those vibes. That's bad enough. But I will not pursue that, even though my caveman brain wants to. But I will not pursue that because I'm a man of class. So yeah, came home, had a roast with some of the family, and it's very rare that I sit and eat with my family. And I love my family, but fucking hell, like the conversations are just, it's like, say for example, if, yeah, I ate at a restaurant yesterday and it was really nice. Imagine taking that and saying, ChatGPT, could you spread that sentence, like, I ate at a restaurant and it was really nice, could you spread that into a 10-minute long sentence? It's like, you could summarise so much, you could literally summarise it. I ate at a restaurant, it was really nice. Done. Somehow, the conversation just stays on that. And I'm like, I want to shoot myself in front of all of you and ruin the dinner. But yeah, I love them, but fuck me. You know, it's not very stimulating conversation is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, had my food, came upstairs, and here I am basically. Gonna go to bed as soon as possible. I'm gonna take a testosterone test tomorrow, so I need to go to sleep, get a good night's sleep to get the highest score possible. And yeah, it's gonna be great. Been a decent week. Got a good week ahead, and I'm gonna get lots of stuff done. Plans for the next half week, as in goals I want to hit. Let's say, I'm gonna draft up my first video and post it to YouTube before Instagram. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week.